People don't actually live their lives, meaning they don't actually have all the control that they want. There's something that they desire, but they really don't. They go to work a job that they don't like. They hang out with people that they don't like. They buy things for people that they're trying to impress that really don't care. But to actually live your life means you have to have some control and be proactive in a lot of things. People are actually just trying to get by. And in this particular state of how hard finances are, they're striving to just get by. And there's nothing wrong with that because if you have a lot of debt limit, you're just trying to get things taken care of. But ultimately, it's not necessarily a healthy way to live or a fulfilling way to live because you have to understand that in every scenario, you have things you can control. Even when I talk to people about getting rid of their car payment, the fact is, most people could actually sell their car. And yes, is it some red tape in selling your car? Particularly, you're going to have to figure out if there is a difference and then trying to get another. Oh, yeah, that's a lot of logistics. It's going to take you some time. It's going to take up a lot of energy up. But it's also going to release a big stress point financially from you and free up 500, 700, in some case 1,000 a month that you can now start to get ahead of some of the problems that come to you. See, the thing is, when you have savings, inflation is a problem, yes, but you're able to, what the news call, absorb inflation, meaning you can weather through the storm a lot easier than somebody who doesn't have that extra to give. When you think about how you're trying to really get ahead and the fact that if you really be transparent and be like, hey, I don't live, I don't, it's not that you're not traveling enough. It's not that you can't go out. It's there, a lot of my life, I'm really not doing it on my terms as much as I'm doing it based off the contracts that I've signed and the debts that I have to pay. The ownership of just free will allows you to go into a space where, you know what? Hey, I may not want to go into work today because I don't mentally feel good. That's what having power of your finances can do because if somebody wants to fire you, it doesn't matter. You'll still have the money to live the life. Your life goes on. Not because of the job, because you saved and invested in other things that are a lot more sustainable than your job could provide. If you wanted to go to your kids' outing or um, event or performance or a game, whatever the case it is, or just take them out and spend time with them, you have the benefit of the choice of time. And when it comes to purchases, you have a benefit of not if you can pay, you get to decide how, or even in some cases, how much you want to pay. These are things that change the dynamic. And as someone who lived where money was tight, and I'm not going to be it's not to put anyone's situation. I can only speak from my experience. But I will say when you live in a space where you've been proactive, you can decide what problems you want to deal with. You don't get to avoid all problems. No one gets to do that. But you get to decide which problems you want to deal with. And in some cases, in a lot of cases, when you spend money, though you're often looking for the best deal, you'll find that, yeah, deals and savings, that's not a part of the thing because you're like, hey, there's a problem I don't have to deal with. And I'm willing to give up that for a 500 bucks or even $1,000. Think about if you're actually living your life or are you really bound by decisions that you already made? Because now is the time to start to unwind all those different ropes that are tying you to what you're doing now and start giving yourself a whole lot more choice.